entirely supported by its subs, members, donators. Did you know that? What do you think? It worked by itself? Well, we have a new option. You also can become a kit subscriber, which we've already become a partner with. And God, we're only like 13 away from getting it. What is it? To the is it the check mark or the next level of
I think
partner?
it's verified.
Verified. So I get a check mark? Nice. The only check marks I ever had was one I bought and on Storyfire, and I lost that after I made a video and got punished by Kingstar. Without you, this doesn't happen. However you decide to do it, whether it be Patreon, which all unlocks you now, Kick unlocks you for after shows and stuff. That'll happen right after this one. So keep that in mind. When you take things for granted and rip me off by stealing my free content. Have a good one. Let's get it started. What do you say?
That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me Fuck all that shit, just let me go.
Yeah, Brian, life is already here. This is the badass original drama cast. World in Orlando, I'm talking to you, jumping point. Getting behind the glass.
Yo.
The queen of SFTP.
Bow to me.
Bow, bitches.
Yeah.
Today we're going to be talking about
the Genie the Meanie.
Genie the Meanie, I like that. I don't know if Verse is going to like that because he's like the original Meanie. Genie the Meanie. What's going on? Hey, you want to be mean? You like mean stuff, right? So, I was looking at, we have like 27 boosts, which I really appreciate, by the way. In our town. I was thinking to myself, well, I bet there's something I don't know that can be done with the site, like maybe something cool that I'm not aware about the Discord. There's all sorts of wild shit you can do with your Discord,
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm thinking, let's make that happen. Let's do that thing, But I don't know what that thing is. So I put a tweet out before I went live on Kick, and I said, hey, if you think of something that we could do that would improve it, and we'll get the bot or the whatever y'all need. So that's pretty clear cut. What can we do for Discord? Right? Pretty clear cut. I'll read it to you.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to know if there's anything you do add to this Discord that would be cool, fun, or make it better. Come into the chat or reply, and we'll look into it. And I got 90% of the replies were changes to the show. Like, nobody listens. Nobody reads. So, I can understand at some level where, it's some level. I suppose I could understand, how they can be implemented. But everything was just like, it was almost like your job. It was like producing jobs. So here was the first one. I would like to say you should play with your audience more and have a game night for something like that where you can interact with your fans. Okay, that's not unreasonable. And that's kind of the parlay I was expecting. The problem is that's been an utter failure in the past. Up until including, if we announce it days in advance, nobody shows up on the day. If a guy says, yeah, can I play too? He doesn't have the game installed. And for some reason can't get it installed for the entire session. It's amazing. And anybody who doesn't believe it, you can ask JFA or anybody who's been involved in this channel a long time. It always goes south. It's like people showing up to talk to me. I want to call you up. Sure, go ahead, but I don't have a microphone. That's how that is. This is also from Winter. Maybe also, and this is 90% of these are from Winter. Maybe also some more talking in the audience. Let's see, more talking to the audience, like open voices and everything, so everyone can chat. I've been doing that pretty regularly, at least once or twice a month. Instead of doing the after shows, just hang out. So I've been doing that.
I think they want you to do it more.
You want to do it more? So. Okay, that's totally reasonable. A channel to share videos and media on your takes on. We have that. It's called the Discord, and my DMs are open. You can send it right to me. Usually, that has got us claimed in the past, and in some cases, we found out some of you should be in jail. So I just want to point that out. It's more to do with the show. Also, another idea I had would probably be fan recommendations of video games, and you do a live stream about it. We've done that. It shows no interest. It's called Tommy C's Arcade, and we've probably, officially stopped it on this channel because we've lost 100 subs since I started streaming games on this channel. Hence the move to Kick. So, not that I have a problem with any of these suggestions. I just don't know what the fuck that has to do with the Discord. And the fact that it's already been available and not acted upon. We could do a fan art channel, which I said, yes, we're going to do it. And then I was also reminded that is a perfect way for people to be able to post things that put you in jail, if not gore or anything like that. And I am not putting any kind of moderator involved with that. Because it's just going to ruin their fucking day, and they'll burn them out, and they'll leave, and what have you. That being said, although we're never going to get much fan art doing it this way, you can post pictures and links if you are a known fuckhead, which we've had that rule since the very beginning. The reason it's funny because I forgot the reason we took it off. It's because somebody will post kiddie porn, Mm-hmm. And it's just a guarantee. Somebody will do that. Somebody will post some child with his brain splattered all over a wall after getting hit by a car. That's a guarantee. It will happen. No, it's not. It's not out of the realm. It's not out of the realm of possibility. It will happen.
Yeah.
So I do want to do that. I think the fan art channel would be very cool. And we also have a place to post news story already where anybody can post. I think. But that might have to be limited just because people are nuts. I wouldn't mind a revenge porn channel. I wouldn't either. I think that would be fantastic. It's not happening. Here's another one. Combine them into fart porn channel. Good idea. And you know what? Now we're sounding like a real Discord, if you ask me. I guess let's see. Cake farts. Okay. Sure. Don't know what that is. Heard it before. Don't want to remember. Seconding this, Ricky Berwick Q&A. I'm sure he'd work to make it happen. Winter again. Oh wait, I got another good. Grab one random retard on your Discord. It'd be you, Winter, and everything, and host like a date panel. What kind of date? Because people do dates online now. We probably could do that, right?
You could do a dating show.
Winter, you finally had a great idea, but again, it's for the show, not the Discord. You dipshit. The content is like nobody read it.
Well, I mean, they didn't, because I think when yeah. So let me.
These are all SFTPs, not SFTP. I was thinking there's some kind of games or some kind of
bot
or anything like that. Everybody starts talking about
that. I understand what you, but they read it completely differently. Yes. That's the thing.
Yes,
you
okay.
Have to be
let's be reminded about what I wrote. I would like to know if there's anything I can add to this Discord. This Discord. I don't know. You want to do a grammar check on that? Because you know me.
No,
I'm a moron.
I know you. No, Tommy.
I'm Thomas. Yes.
What I'm saying is, you are completely in the right. However, some people will misinterpret that. No matter how beautiful your grammar is, no matter how eloquently you word shit, it will be misinterpreted. I can understand how they've misinterpreted it, but you are in the right. You worded it correctly.
Did you hear that?
But I think next time, maybe give an example. Because you just said add new stuff to Discord. So if you would put something like a bot, I know.
To Discord.
I know. Deep breath in, deep breath out.
Okay.
You are completely in the right.
Okay. That's all I needed to hear, really, because that's the most important thing in the world, you know? There's nothing more important in the world than being right. And if it actually was important, I would be the greatest YouTuber of all time, because there's nobody gets shit right more than I fucking do years ahead of time, and told I'm crazy right up until the time it happens. So there you go. There you go. So today, we are going to comically go over Coffeezilla's video, and I'm here to give you my commentary on it and tell you that I don't understand crypto. I don't understand what he's talking about. I won't be able to tell you if he did. I have a little idea like a rudimentary idea what insider trading is. I have a rudimentary idea what a rug pull is, but I don't understand any of this shit at all whatsoever. I don't know if this guy broke the law. I'm pretty sure that Coffeezilla thinks he did. But considering the lawsuit with Logan Paul, I'm sure that's going to be a bit difficult to deal with. So, he's going to be, he can't outright say it. So we're going to watch it. I will. Go ahead.
Sorry.
No, sorry.
I will also say people are starting to notice what you've done with the thumbnail. It was still people. It's like the Vito 2.0 thing.
Yeah. I look good. He wishes he was tall as me. Yes, I'm a little Jewish man. I think I could play a Jewish guy. You know that?
Yeah.
In a movie. Yeah, I have the right look for it for some reason. Even though I don't have an ounce of Jewish blood.
I thought it was something horrible.
I'm not.
You could play like the main. There's a movie from the 1920s called Der Golem. It's that German film or whatever. I don't know if you've seen it. You could play one of the Jews.
Is that like a really anti-Semitic movie about Jews in Germany?
No, it actually isn't supposed to be.
Yeah.
But it is this weird thing of othering. But I do like. Let me see if I can find the.
Germans are historically good at that.
Mm-hmm.
The others.
Well, it was. I think the director of it was involved with the girl who I can't remember the name because they had to change it because the Stoker family wasn't ready to sell out yet because the Nosferatu. He was involved with one of the girls in that.
Am I ready for the fight tonight? I have to buy Netflix. I'm going to do that. Okay, that's like 4 a.m. our time, right? Isn't that like 4 a.m.?
Yeah.
I've thought about actually doing a watch along here. But I'm supposed to work on the house tomorrow. So my pick is I don't know who's going to win that, but I mean, my gut tells me Tyson because I just don't know if he can. I don't think he can take a blow from Tyson. But I mean, if it's on comes out of cardio, Jake will win. You know.
Yeah.
There you go.
I sent you who you should play.
What should I play?
It's like one of the main Jews in the movie.
Oh, Jesus Christ! This is anti-Semitic. I should have put this guy in for what's his face in the movie. You know, I wouldn't mind. I would love to play a guy that ripped people off. You know.
Well, they're technically the good guys in this.
The Jews are the good guys.
It's really strange. Yeah. Because basically because it's set in because it's set in a while back, like a really long time ago, and
before the Germans started hating on Jews. Is that what you're saying? It's pre-Jewish hate in Germany.
Here, let me pull up because
there was a time they didn't. Yeah,
no.
It was.
So basically, it's set in the 16th century, where there's the main Jew who I sent you. He basically interprets the stars and is like, "Oh shit, there's a disaster that's about to happen for the city of the Jews."
Oh, he's an astrologer.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
And so then
he looks like an astrologer. This fucking guy.
And then the following day, the emperor of Prague basically bans all the Jews from Prague. And then
go back to Germany where you belong.
And then, so what the rabbi decides to do is build a statue, which is basically the golem. I don't know if you know the folklore about the golem.
The golem is like, it's like a thing, it comes alive, right? And then kills people.
Yes, man. Well, not supposed to, but basically what happens is he's trying to animate it as a savior. The only thing that makes it a little bit sussy is it's brought to life by fucking Astaroth, who is he's a fucking demon.
Well,
he's one of the demons.
Is he a good demon?
he's the great Duke of Hell. So he's on lines with like Beelzebub and Lucifer. He's part of that evil trinity.
So it just proves the Jews are evil, huh? Oops, I got kicked off of Twitch. No, not really. I'll probably get an award and a birthday song. Might touch on that a little later. Looks kind of interesting. Sounds like
it is a good movie.
Sounds
it's
like
silent.
Sounds like Mary Shelley ripped off Frankenstein from the story. That's what it sounds like to me. What do I know?
There are definitely some. There's some things that are very familiar to it. Yeah, but there is a weird. You feel for the golem, and at least I did.
Well, isn't that what Frankenstein? You kind of start feeling for Frankenstein after a while too. You didn't ask for this.
The book, yes.
So a good Christian English girl stole fucking this from poor Jewish man, culturally appropriated the Golem story and called it Frankenstein. Terrible.
Wow.
Absolutely awful.
I mean, she was like 20 when she did it too. So.
Yeah.
And it was also like,
which probably means she didn't write it. Was it a competition?
Oh, yeah. It was part of they was trying to write a supernatural creepy stories because it was her and her husband Percy Shelley
on Kick.
I think Lord Byron. I think.
Oh, really?
Was the other one.
On
and
Kick.
Then so one of the.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, okay. Well, and then like one of the first books about vampires, The Vampire, came out. It's not. Okay. So like there were some really good things that came out of that one.
Awesome. The everybody's encouraging me on Kick to buy Blood Meridian and to see if I could actually get through it because it's supposedly the most fucked up book ever written. It got here on Tuesday, and I'm gonna see. I'll tell you how far I go. How big is it? It's not that big. I thought it was gonna be bigger.
No,
it is. Oh, it's not as big as I thought. It is. How many pages? That's the epilogue.
I'm hoping you'll survive.
349 pages. Yeah, I don't even know what's going to be. Oh, so I'm in for it. I don't think it's when the good.
You are definitely in for it.
So, starting next week, the SFTP book club. It's not happening. It's a fucking dumb.
No, we need to. That's something that needs to be in the Discord.
These morons. Yep. Then it'd have to be like choose your own adventures and fucking. Dr. Seuss.
No,
because these guys are dipshits. Jesus. What do you think?
We could do like the Magic Tree House.
Or the Giving Tree. Yeah, that's my favorite book. You know. Did you know that?
The Hungry Caterpillar. I did not know that.
Giving Tree by Shel Silverstein is my favorite book because there's so many like wild interpretations of it. The environmentalists claim it. The tree itself is supposed to symbolize. Women or mothers, and it's just
people want a book club. The people have spoken.
Club. Nobody I can't even make a clip channel with them to get these people to watch it. I'm going to need a book club. One book would take about 3 years.
There's a woman here.
You can actually read, and you'll actually do it. So here we go. I don't know. I don't understand this. Coffeezilla is too smart for me. I'll give it my best.
I investigated MrBeast, who was recently accused of making $23 million.
He's accused a lot more than that. Although the other thing seems to be dead in the water. It's funny how this came creeping in right after that. It didn't really come creeping in. We all knew it was coming. Well, I guess people in my area of the internet knew it was coming. So here we go.
Dollars with insider trading and scams.
You know what I also want to do when I saw this because I'll give you a hint. Our side of the internet, I don't think he's going to get stuck up for. I'm pretty sure he's not going to. So all those people that called us, MrBeast dick riders, I mean, I hope every one of them loses a pet.
I wanted
tragically
to know the full story, so I reached out to everyone, from researchers to crypto projects, even to Mr.
This guy has the best green screen ever. You don't even have like a little slight, it's like Turkey Tom videos where he has a slight green tint to his hair. It's like the best ever.
Beast himself. And let me say, the story is more complicated than you think. I want to be clear. What Mr.
He's not just guilty.
MrBeast did, what his team did, is shady. But what we care about is, did he cross that bright red line from shady to illegal scam? And contrary to what Twitter says, I don't think that's an easy answer. Instead, I think...
In other words, I put my neck out. I already got like 3-4 lawsuits going at the same time, because I'm too good at this shit.
The answer will depend on you. If you love MrBeast, there will be an explanation at every turn and a scapegoat. But if you hate MrBeast, what I'm about to show you will seem unethical and like a clear abuse of fame for money. So already, this story is difficult, but I want to make you aware of 2 more things which matter. First,
I have suspenders.
I have gone to MrBeast's team to try to fact check this story extensively, and they declined to fact check.
That's not good. That's not a good sign. It doesn't mean anything. It's not good. Because I have a pretty good authority that MrBeast is pretty willing to talk to anybody about some of the other controversies. And what that tells me, he knows what he did. He's looking at some serious trouble, so he's not going to incriminate himself. And then he saw, who's the last guy that fucked with this guy? He ended up in prison. The one that was donating all that money to the Democrats.
Oh.
I forgot his name.
I've forgotten it too.
Oh, he's a billionaire. He lives outside his car. He's a regular person, just like you. What the fuck is that guy's name? I forget.
Or comment on my...
Sam Bankman-Fried. I think he's in prison.
Yeah.
They're all sitting around stealing money, fucking doing drugs.
Many questions. Instead, they gave me a statement, which we will get to. Secondly, I have a bit of history with MrBeast. I interviewed and spoke positively about him in the past, but also his new co-founder,
Dick Ryder,
is suing me, and his other
so say it again.
In the past, but also his new co-founder,
Logan Paul. Oh, okay. Logan Paul. All right, I thought it was some other guy.
Is suing me, and his other co-founder threatened to sue me. So you can make of that what you will.
It's funny, all these guys probably calling him a shifty Jew when they're doing the shifty shit.
As always, I just want to let you know where I'm coming from, and I've tried to get all sides of the story. We're going to start with the major allegations against MrBeast and build on those. They come from 2 sources. Firstly, an investigation by Soma XBT, which claims MrBeast made $10 million by backing low-cap crypto tokens, which are down 90%. And
I know what that means.
Second investigation comes from a group of 5 people who investigated MrBeast and found $23 million in profits from, quote, scams, shady deals, and his network. Now, there are a lot of crypto projects they go over, and I want to be clear. Some of these allegations, I agree, are bad. Others, I think, are actually worse than have been reported, and still other allegations I simply disagree with them on. So we're going to start with what I don't agree with.
Throwing the kitchen sink at somebody online anyway, I don't know about legally, it doesn't seem to work too well. And if I could put that, who was Rat Pack, fucking rat face, drug addict, DMT douchebag. He tried to throw the kitchen sink at him. And I don't know, everybody's trying to call me. I'm in the middle of a stream. He tried to, and it doesn't seem to work.
According to the report, Polychain Monsters, or PMON, is a project which KSI promoted heavily. MrBeast did not. But MrBeast did get in the pre-sale and make a lot of money. And thus, the conclusion is made, it's highly likely MrBeast made an investment from that insider information of KSI's promotional deal. But there's simply no evidence provided of this. I have the same thoughts about Jigstack, another coin which KSI promoted, and the conclusion is, though MrBeast did not officially follow Jigstack, in his network, KSI was involved in promoting Jigstack. From this information, MrBeast invested and made a large return. Here, again, there isn't concrete proof. Now, I asked...
Yeah, like, Is insider trading if you see one of those two guys up to something and then invest in it? You're going to have to get them on tape saying, we're going to do this, we're going to pull. Good luck with that shit.
Ask the team who wrote this.
Even if it happened, there's no way you can prove it.
Piece, and the lead author, Casper Vandeluk, told me, quote, having known MrBeast having a very strong connection with KSI, it's basically highly probable he was vested as a result of KSI. No concrete evidence, just going off probabilities.
When you going off probabilities gets you sued. like you're better off saying I found no evidence. Okay, and you could privately think it's bullshit. King Tread, I fantasize about my ideal book club podcast. Keep fantasizing.
Featuring with my favorite YouTubers on a regular basis for a year, and you are very high on my fantasy shortlist. I would pay monthly for this.
Yeah, you will. I won't. I got my own German shit to read. Ugh, nobody's gonna do it.
I would.
Yeah, but
I would stand for the people.
You
can start off with the Hungry
Caterpillar.
Like
really stupid, retarded books. It'd be funny. Make it like a choose your own, like the worst dumb children's book. That would be too funny.
Yeah. Well, there's the new ones that they're doing where it's like the transgender stuff or like.
Yeah, they should do that.
You can read those.
Yeah, Laura has two mommies.
yeah. We'll do popcorn reading too. Absolutely torture people.
And porn. All right, here we go.
But I'm going to say I don't agree with that, and I'm going to toss those probabilities aside. I think they reach too far. Instead, I'm going to stick with what we can prove happened. Luckily, the biggest claims in this report, the biggest moneymakers, are much better supported by evidence. Starting with Super.
I heard we'll find this, he invested like 200 grand and turned in like 10 or 12 million. That's unusual.
Something like that.
That's a little sus just on the fucking amount of gain. Hillary Clinton in the commodities market in the 90s.
This is the project MrBeast is alleged to have made the most amount of money on, over $10 million based on a pre-sale of $100,000. As for evidence, we have leaked screenshots showing...
See, that in itself, that's just an alarm bell. It's a red flag.
Oh.
Doesn't mean he did anything. Here we go.
MrBeast telling...
Oh, wait. I'm going back to the book club because it's going to be my dial. We could literally call it Shot from the Page.
Set those pages on fire. No, we're not doing a book club.
Super's founder that he can do 100K. Then we have a wallet that both investigations trace to...
I could see myself being the next biggest YouTuber. You know what he did? That influencer. He had a book club.
Do you have a clip of that?
I wrote a nice little book in German if you want to go through it. The book club thing. Thanks, Adolf.
MrBeast sending 100K to the presale wallet. And then we have the same wallets getting millions of these super tokens in a period of unlocks, which were almost all sold aggressively. Now, why is this bad? Well, MrBeast is obviously hugely influential, and he publicly associated himself with the project twice. Once on March 3rd, 2021, he responded to a tweet with eyeball emojis. And then he interacted a second time on May 12th, 2021. This is much worse.
Does that make it... like interacting with a Twitter account that's trading stuff? He's probably trying to, but I mean, is that enough? Even if let's say he's trying to manipulate the market, is that enough? Does that cross the line into, I mean, I understand if he farts, it gets 100,000 likes. I get that. But I mean, can you prove that?
Founder Elio Trades had tweeted, there's a gym sitting there on the market at eye-watering prices set to explode during the DeFi Summer 2.0. MrBeast responds, Super? But what he doesn't say is that he'd already purchased a huge stake in Super at this point, and on the day that he's tweeting, he was selling tokens, allegedly. Not...
Oh, yeah. It seems like
allegedly though,
but yeah, it seems like market manipulation, and this is where it goes above my head. I don't. From what I understand, like with the stock market, there's illegal that you can get away with because they couldn't possibly prove it, and then there's illegal. You're fucked, right? That sounds like illegal. Everybody does it. Nobody gets charged because you got to prove what somebody's thinking at the time, something like that. I don't know if that's enough, but. When he says super and the question mark, it kind of suggests that he wants to get involved with it, not that he's already involved in it. And that does seem like market manipulation.
Not only that, he had been selling tokens and continued to sell tokens. In the 72 hours after the May 12th tweet, MrBeast sold about $200,000 worth of these tokens. And remember the context. He's responding to the founder of the coin discussing a gem at eye-watering prices that's going to explode during the summer. And MrBeast's response is the coin he's selling. So publicly, it's signaling, hey, Super is this undervalued coin, and privately, MrBeast allegedly sold.
It. I don't know. Is that illegal? I don't know.
Now,
Maybe it is. I'm not going to believe any of you guys that call in here. You can't even fucking, I'm going to have the attention span to join a book club.
These wallets by MrBeast, as well as the accusation, but I didn't get a reply. Instead, I got a heavily lawyered statement from a spokesman who I'm going to warn you.
A heavily lawyered statement is not evidence of impropriety. It is an attempt to keep your words from being twisted. And it can be evidence. So I get why he's saying that. I noticed some fucking people, they'd hear that and they'd be like, well, that proves it because he wouldn't have to do that otherwise. He could just, I don't know, write a tweet or a quick email. No, not at this level, not with these kind of money. Heavily lawyered statement could be, I want to make sure some bad actors don't twist what I have to say. By the way, I'm not saying Coffeezilla is doing that. I'm not even suggesting it. I don't know. And it could be the other reason. I'm doing it because I'm fucked. I don't know.
Is about to complicate things. Quote, these investments were made and managed in consultation with industry experts to ensure full compliance with all appropriate rules and regulations. The wallet is not owned or managed by Jimmy, but rather a fund led by respected and sophisticated managers. The fund
It's a bizarre thing, though, right?
Fund closely evaluated and scrutinized hundreds and hundreds of opportunities, which resulted in several investments. Some have been more successful, others less, and others still works in progress. The fund's investment strategies apply the same rigorous standards as many other experienced investors in the field. Now, I have a lot of questions, but the big thing is Jimmy denies doing any of the trading or managing the trading and blames it on a fund. So I asked some obvious follow-up questions. What is the name of this fund? Who are the industry experts, and what rules and regulations were followed?
They're experts, Coffeezilla. They're MrBeast experts. I told you that already.
It allowed you to tweet about a coin while your fund is selling. I didn't get a response. It's worth mentioning the spokesman is Matthew Hiltzik, a well-known crisis management consultant. Thankfully, online, there still are a number of clues.
Is that fair? When is that crisis management? Crisis management's consultant when you know you're already fucked, right? You know what it is? I don't think he probably doesn't know if it's illegal either. He smells a rat. That's what it looks like. Yeah.
Clues we can follow to try to find the right person for this fund. The reason most people link MrBeast to this wallet we've been tracking is mostly based on a tweet by MrBeast saying he bought a specific crypto punk, which belonged to an account which goes by Wu-Tang Clan. People assumed, understandably, that this was MrBeast's wallet. But what is lesser known is that
shimmy, shimmy, y'all, shimmy, yo, shimmy, yay. Buy my coin, I take your money away.
Another account has also tweeted about CryptoPunks and has the same ties back to Wu-Tang Clan. A guy named Jason Williams. He's followed by MrBeast on Twitter, and he's the author of a book on Bitcoin, so he's a crypto guy. And I found Jason tweeting about another CryptoPunk saying, I hope you enjoy your new home, sold for 100 ETH. That sale he's talking about links back to the same address MrBeast does, Wu-Tang Clan. On YouTube, there's even more clues. Jason can be seen surfing wearing a Wu-Tang Clan shirt, and his brand name, Going Parabolic, happens to be owned by the same MrBeast wallet, goingparabolic.eth. So there's very good evidence that Jason Williams was also
You got Ghostface Killer, Inspector Deck, Raekwon the Chef, and METHOD, man. METHOD, man.
involved in the same wallet, which means that it might be true that MrBeast wasn't the guy buying or selling which would be good for MrBeast and bad for these investigations. But just when I thought MrBeast might have no say in what this wallet did, I saw this podcast with Logan Paul, where Jimmy discusses CryptoPunks once again, and things get complicated.
So me and Logan both bought punks. You guys have probably seen on Twitter that he bought a bunch of CryptoPunks at the same time, right?
Yep.
Gary pulled us in that call.
Yep.
So have you ever told that story?
No.
Gary V, it's like 11 p.m. just out of nowhere, just calls me and he's like, yo, I got like 30 people to call, hop in. I'm like, I don't care. He's like, it'll be the best decision of your life. Just get in. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And so I just joined the call. And I just see like Logan and I don't even know these other people. I don't want to put them on blast.
Every heavy hitter you can imagine who's worth $1 billion was on this one call, and Gary V is in the little corner, the little square. He's going, CryptoPunks. It's gonna be huge. It's gonna be the next Facebook. All of us were like, okay,
Everyone's
Gary.
judging. I'm texting Logan.
He's
I'm like, Gary lost his mind.
legit? Bro, all of us were like, yo, Gary's nuts. Yo, Gary was right again.
I bought a bunch.
Wait.
Yeah, I bought quite a few.
How many?
I don't want to say, but
You have to say, bro, you have to.
I bought multiple ones. Yeah.
Well, bro, are you in double digits, punks?
Double, just shy.
Huh. Well, this clip is very interesting because Jimmy said he made the decision to get CryptoPunks based on a call with Gary V. But those punks are owned by the wallet we just said was controlled by Jason. So it appears sometimes MrBeast is telling Jason.
I don't know. Is it legal to have someone put somebody's name in the wallet and you tell them what to do? It's sort of like putting something in your wife's name when she's an invalid. Like the fucking mafia does. I don't know. I have no fucking idea. Is this house in your name, sir? No, it's my wife's name. Her location is at Northeast Hospice, New York. You know.
And what to buy for this fund. MrBeast then later talks about selling these CryptoPunks and rolling the money into a new project. And once again, it sounds like he's in charge.
Well, I've already sold quite a few of them, so I don't.
What?
Dude,
he's on to the next thing.
I bought a bunch of, so then I rolled the money into VeeFriends because Gary, same thing, called me. He's like, VeeFriends. I was like, I don't know, but last time I made money, sure.
I'll be honest, these clips to me make it difficult to assume MrBeast had no idea what's going on. He talks about CryptoPunks and VeeFriends like personal investments.
Is it possible that he's getting fucked with by the guy that owns the wallet and he thinks that there's nothing illegal going on here or even shady, and this is the normal way things are practiced? Is that a reasonable question? Like, I bought that. Like, he's not buying anything, but, you know, he's just like, hey, we bought you this, we bought you that. So what's going on with the account? We bought you this, we bought you that. Oh, that's great. So he goes and calls Logan Paul. Or is he blowing up the whole scam? I don't know, you know.
And on Twitter, he says that not only he bought CryptoPunks, he also tweets about loading up on VeeFriends. But again, I have to say, it is also abundantly clear Jason Williams was involved. He says, hey, Gary, thanks for the VeeFriends gift goat.
Why are they doing all this shit in public? That's so weird.
It was a gift from Gary to MrBeast. I'm very thankful for it. He didn't have to send anything. So once again, Jason Williams appears to be involved and have something to do with the trading or management of MrBeast's crypto.
Jason Williams, did he play for the New Jersey Nets?
Wallet, but we know MrBeast
and shoot his fucking limo driver by accident, and I'm doing 10 years.
Made some of the decisions. So of course, I asked MrBeast to explain himself if he had any say over the trading, but once again, there's no response. So now I want to turn back to Super. We know from leaked DMs that MrBeast and not Jason set up this pre-sale, and we know that MrBeast made the tweet. So now we have to...
Okay, there's another question I have. He's lying about it. He's controlling an account. Is that illegal? Or what does that open him up? Better question is that illegal? Buddy. What does this open him up to? Fram the night. Ooh, new MrBeast content slot. Yes.
Guess. Here's what we know. We know MrBeast set up the pre-sale according to leaked screenshots. We know MrBeast made the tweet, but we don't know whether it was Jason doing the trading of Super, or if he was doing the trading, did MrBeast know about it? Did Jason know about the tweet? These are the questions that ultimately matter. And yes, I reached out to Jason Williams for a comment. He didn't reply. I did, however, get a hold of Elio Trades, who is the founder of Super, and he insisted that MrBeast's tweet was not a part of a deal for promotion. But you should know, he also mentions how upset he was with how pre-sale investors sold their tokens, saying most of them sold, including MrBeast. So those are the facts. MrBeast gets involved in a pre-sale, for some reason tweets at this project twice, one time on the day his fund is selling tokens, where he seems to imply that they're undervalued. In total, he's alleged to have made $11 million with this deal, according to the report. So yeah, that's really bad. Now we're going to turn to another allegation, which is about Earn, or Eternity.
Do you think he kept it in the bank like Boogie did? When he lost it?
You never know.
Cash out?
Chain.
When he should have?
There are some facts which are the same.
It's already spent, Tommy.
Yeah, it's already
already gone.
It's already gone. Well, at least he has Wizards of Warcraft cards or whatever the fuck he had.
There are others
Magic
that are different.
Gathering.
For example, instead of MrBeast setting up the deal directly, the team at Earn claims they never spoke to MrBeast. Quote, "We were speaking to his fund manager. And when I
the guy that runs Wu-Tang Clan
asked about these wallets selling allegedly over $4 million in tokens, they say, quote, MrBeast's fund was an early investor in our pre-sale. He had the same unlock schedule as everyone else. Were we happy with the way he sold? Definitely not. But legally, there was nothing we could have done." And
okay. Then why are we talking about this?
then, just like with Super, they claim they didn't ask for a promotion of the project, but that MrBeast decided to comment once himself anyways. On March 9th, 2021, MrBeast responds to Eternity Chain saying, "This one will be hype." It's worth noting, once again, about 24 hours before saying this fund wallet purchased over $100,000 of Earn tokens.
I know what they're doing, and it's probably not illegal. I don't know. I can't say that. I'm not now. I'm going to go back to being stupid. He's manipulating the market, and he did the same. I don't want to say it. I'm not saying that. He did the same thing twice. Mm-hmm. Here's what I wonder: this crypto thing is so, and I'm wondering. I'm not saying I'm not saying any different thing. I am completely out of my element. I'm over my head. Let me make that abundantly clear. But I think they found a way to kind of do it, but it's probably shady, but not criminal. And then if it is criminal, no one's going to charge him for it. Not because he's MrBeast, it's because nobody gets charged for this kind of shit. If I had, this is a guess, tinfoil shot in the fucking dark. But it's pretty clear that those tweets have a mission. The eyeballs, everything, because as soon as he puts his name on it, everybody goes fucking berserk, and they take advantage of the situation. I mean, what are they going to assume for that? Well, you put fucking eyeball emojis and the thing went up, and then you pulled out. You know, is that going to be enough to sell a jury or a judge? Probably not. I would think. Now, I'm totally open to listening to Coffeezilla, Mudahar, anybody that's way fucking smarter than me, or even somebody I kind of got the idea they know what the fuck they're talking about, and maybe had success in crypto, to explain to me why I'm totally off. And the odds of me being totally off, and I don't say this often, is probably upwards of 90%. But I think what he's doing, he's tweeting that out, he knows it, and they pull it, and there's just not much they can do about it, because it's like that other guy said, it's not, we don't like what he's doing, this is kind of, but it's not illegal, so what are you going to do? If I had to guess. No, I'm not off. I don't know. So this is probably, it's not good for his, you think about, like, let's pretend I'm not saying this. He's stealing money from his fans and using his Twitter prowess and what have you. Like, it does beg the question, if that's going on, how much money do you need? You're a billionaire already, and maybe this is how he became a billionaire. Do you really need, these guys, they're just like, they're the I can do this crowd, you know? Mm-hmm. Like, why wouldn't you say, look, I'm a children's entertainer. I got all this stuff going on. I got these Lunchables. I got all this stuff going on. Do I really, $12 million is huge. $11 million is huge. But do I need $10 million on top of the 900 I already have? You know, am I disposal? Like when's enough? Now, I'm not trying to sound like some kind of fucking wacko socialist. You are allowed to make as much money as you want. Go for it. Get it. Get that shit. Grab that bag. Just because you already got it doesn't mean you can't go for it. But why risk the impropriety, or even the whether it's legal or not, the look that it's got some kind of impropriety? You have a great reputation. That would be my question. And there's always a chance that just because he's smart and good at influencing and whatever the fuck that he does, it doesn't mean that, you know, some of these guys, he's in poker rooms. He's rubbing noses with shady people, whether he knows it or not. Mm-hmm. But to me, it's just like, why bother? You have everything. Even like, I wouldn't do anything that looked illegal. I wouldn't do anything that looked illegal. You know, because you know the most honest organization of casinos, because they don't have to cheat. You're gonna give them your money. That odds are heavily in their favor. So it's like one of the stupidest things casinos could do is cheat, because once they get a reputation for doing that, the guys that have big money aren't gonna risk their money in there. It's bad for business. It's a short-term gain for a huge long-term loss. That's what this sounds like to me. Because he's autistic. Mr. Beast. Everybody's fucking autistic, Elon. I don't believe it. Everybody's gay. Everybody's autistic. Everybody's a fucking furry and a pedophile. I don't believe it.
In addition to the presale. Now, what is different about Super is that Mr. Beast's name was put publicly on the Eternity Chain website. On their investors and partners page, you might be asking, well, which is it? Is he an investor or a partner? And the answer is both. He got into the presale, and the Earn team also claims that he partnered with them for an NFT drop. Supposedly, it was a charity drop and a normal NFT drop. Now, the charity drop specifically did happen in association with one of Mr. Beast's projects, Team Seas, saying, quote, all proceeds will go towards cleaning up the seas around the world. This was early November 2021. Then the official Team Seas account posts it on November 3rd, 2021. Quote, what an awesome crypto collaboration in support of the team. Then the CEO of Eternity Chain, Nick Rose, confirms in Telegram that the drop is supported by Mr. Beast, saying Earn and ETH tokens will be accepted for the charity auction, which was slated to last 2 months. Now, the reason I'm sharing all of this is because 1 month into this 2-month charity auction on November 30th, 2021, the Rocket Fund
Are you soaking in the information? No,
Beast Fund,
I'm just as retarded as I was before I hit play and started this stream. Thank you.
Or whatever you want to call it, start selling huge amounts of this Earn token. Allegedly, they sold over $2 million.
I'm like Eddie Murphy. I'm like, fucking screen pause. Look at that. What happened there?
Whoa.
Well, you know, it's been happening on Kick too. And I just saw it happen there. It's been happening a lot, especially with this. That's fucking weird, man. Yeah. Oh, well, hold on. Now we're back. Okay.
Oh, you're back. You're back.
It's kind of like Eddie Murphy. I feel like Eddie Murphy in Trading Places when they explain the stock market to him, and he looks and he goes, "You sound like a couple of bookies to me." Yeah, that's what they are.
Dollars, while the charity itself,
like, I'm Eddie Murphy in this. I think I know what he's doing, and it does seem shady. But can I say definitively? I have no education, no experience, and no success in any kind of investment. In fact, nothing but failures.
Was still going on. Now, I know that sounds horrible. It looks horrible. It is horrible. Although I have to tell you, personally, I don't think this was a master plan to pump a coin with a charity auction. If it was the plan, it was a bad one because the NFT auction was ultimately a flop. But do I also think it doesn't matter because regardless of your intentions, selling tokens within a month of your 2-month charity auction is wrong, stupid, and unethical? Yes, I think that as well.
So this isn't even close to criminal. For this part, it's definitely not close. It's just unethical at worst.
Because in case you forgot...
And that's what I'm starting to think. I think most of this stuff is unethical, if I had to guess.
Mr. Beast is the charity guy whose name is on the website. It isn't a fund. It isn't a crypto rocket fund. It's Mr. Beast's branding. I even asked the Earn team about this, saying, quote, why did y'all list Mr. Beast instead of Rocket Fund in your partners' investors? Was that discussed? They say, quote, "We listed him, MrBeast, as a partner and, quote, yes, they accepted that." So according to the Earn team, MrBeast knew or should have known that his name was on the line for this investment and partnership. And yet, this fund, his fund, whatever you want to call it, sold tokens.
I got a new law. You put one in the chat if you agree with me. From this far going forward, no charity should be involved with crypto at any time. This is a way to make money. There should be no way, and that avoids any confusion. People think they're just, I'm at worst, I lose the money, I go into charity. When it's just, charity should be nowhere near. This is a capitalist venture. That's it. That way, there's no impropriety. Like you can't guilt people into fucking putting money into this horse shit. No more charity stuff with crypto. It's illegal. How about that? And that's unfortunate because there are probably really creative ways to make money for charity from crypto. But the problem is there's too many people that are going to say, hey, buy my coin. It's for charity. Get rid of it. Make it illegal. Done. Finished. There you go.
Someone said, can we put boxing matches in the same category?
Of this? No, it's a sport.
And like boxing matches for charity, you know, that whole thing.
No, you can't because it's a contest. You can't manipulate it unless somebody's like, you got a fix. And it's, like fixing a boxing match, you're really taking a huge chance. I think the problem with crypto is when you can be Paul fucking dumbass Danino, Ice Beside, and tell Coffeezilla, you know what? You're right. You got me. It's probably illegal. Now what? And nothing happens. Showing this thing is not regulated.
I think what he was saying is it was a bit of a jab at the creator clash thing where they did it for charity and then we had to pay for all this stuff, so there was no money for charity.
It did look sussy. Sussy. I don't know.
After starting a 2-month,
I want to get sued by that fucking cucked loser.
NFT auction for charity. To be fair again, though, it's hard to oversell how bad this NFT auction did. I have found only one NFT that appears to have sold here, but the bids were made in the Earn token, which the fund was selling, and the actual sale of the NFT didn't happen until after the fund sold in November 30th. The transfer happened in December 23rd. So of course, I went to MrBeast directly to answer this and see if there was some more context they could provide. There was no response other than the statement we've already read from MrBeast that he did not control the trading. Although again, that isn't a really satisfying answer because we've established MrBeast would sometimes direct what to buy and sell to this fund, like CryptoPunks. Personally, like I said, I don't think this was a pre-planned scheme. But regardless of intentions, if you're the charity guy, you support a charity, it flops while your fund makes millions of dollars in profits because it's selling the same Earn token people could bid on the charity with, that just is awful. And you should feel awful about it. Look, now I want to move on from that.
All right, so far this is 24-minute video, 60-minute, nothing illegal. Nothing glaringly illegal. I imagine that's where we're going to next. What?
Yeah, so Tommy, we've gotten a couple of comments. So one of them is they feel that it might be somewhat similar to fraud through an inverse of common tropes of activist market manipulation. And then they dumb it down a bit, basically making public statements to influence a market and then immediately making a sale in stock that would benefit you because of the intended effect of the statement, i.e. telling people this company is going to go under, this management is full of neo-Nazis, only to then purchase the company's stock and the price is lower.
It's kind of what they're doing. That's kind of the feeling. I guess it's probably a good good way to put it. That's what I'm feeling. Don't even bother right back. So it's kind of like Denzel Washington says, it's not what you know, it's what you can prove. Can you prove it? It does look like that on the surface. And then there's also how many people actually go to jail for this. So even so far, I mean, I can't cite a statue or anything. I wouldn't even it's not easy like murder or rape or some easy crime that you can I was gonna say I've experienced in, but no, what I've experienced in reading about. So I don't fucking know.
Clip that.
So I don't know, because I know it's just I don't know if that's illegal, and then some guy's fucking pulling his hair out on the other side, yeah, of course it is, you moron. I can hear you. I'm sorry, I don't know this stuff. I'm just trying to get entertained, sort of like you.
To talking about our final token.
All right, here we go.
This is a token you may remember from our investigation into MrBeast's business partner, KSI. But unlike KSI, MrBeast was not promoting it a lot on Twitter. In fact, the only reason we know MrBeast was in the presale is that there were several articles about it bragging about that fact. Once again, MrBeast's name was
KSI had smarts the white boys again.
Used to promote this instead of the fund itself. And internally to investors, I have to say, this built up a lot of excitement, not just because MrBeast is a huge name, but because XCAD had what's called creator tokens. So the idea to some investors is that, well, if they're investing MrBeast and KSI, what if they were ever to launch creator tokens? That would be massive. And I bring this up because some people might ask, like, what do these affiliations, how do they impact people buying these projects? And the answer from what I've seen is they actually do impact it quite a lot because people are anticipating like further involvement. And also the idea is like they must not be investing unless they're long-term holders. You can see this in the Telegram chat. It became so common that in the XCAD community, one of the admins says, "Here we go again," another community member asking if there's any possibility of a MrBeast KSI token. And meanwhile, by the way, as that's happening, as the investors are hoping for these creator tokens and that they're imminent, behind the scenes, something entirely different had been happening. Like with Super and Earn, MrBeast's fund sold a lot of their XCAD early in 2021 rather than holding their tokens. And this was surprising to even the founder of XCAD himself, Oliver Bell, who said they told him they were going to do the opposite. He tells me, quote, "Hey, so MrBeast reached out to me during our pre-sale raise. A group was set up with his team and we had a call with his team and they said they liked the concept. There was no strings attached to the investment. They did, however, want a lot bigger ticket than what I offered them, which I'm glad I did not fulfill. We discussed not just flipping this token, as this can damage projects if people have decent sized tickets. It was my understanding we were aligned on this. However, after listing to which XCAD performed well, there was heavy dumping from a wallet linked to MrBeast's team. I got in contact with them immediately and asked them why they were selling like this." Now, Oliver later claims this discussion about flipping tokens and them being aligned about the fact they're not going to flip these tokens so quickly was with Jason. And apparently, Oliver was so upset about what happened, he DM'd Jimmy directly, quote, explaining his team will ruin his reputation. And look, sorry to be a broken record, but yes, I reached out to Jimmy about this too. And once again, there was no reply besides the statement we read earlier. It's worth mentioning that I asked Oliver for proof of this message about ruining relationships, and he said the message had been deleted on Telegram. So who you believe here is up to you. Oliver also says, quote, "I don't think Jimmy has a bad heart or is a bad person. I think he has genuine interest in the crypto space, but I think the team that handles his crypto is completely clueless." And here, on this last point, I have to disagree.
That's the guy, wasn't that? I was going to say, it's like, that's the vibe I was kind of getting at. Like, they're the clueless or playing stupid to Jimmy and are actually really corrupt. It's no way to tell. I don't think there's anything here that's like a dead ringer. It's just, I wonder if Jimmy gets away with this. Now, we're not through the video yet. And if he stops this behavior, keeps it up, they'll probably get involved in some stuff. But I mean, who's the big crypto guy that just went to jail? Who? What was his name? What was her name? I don't know. I know Sam Bankman-Fried, but that had less to do with crypto, right? That's it. Nobody ever seems to go to jail, or everybody said, if you go on Twitter, everybody's going to jail all the time for fucking everything, and nobody ever does. So I don't know.
Yeah,
agree with Oliver.
I mean,
Go ahead.
The guy commented again saying he probably won't go to jail, but it could work in civil court, which would end with fines, especially for people who buy into the stock, inflating the price. Paired with the consistency of public statements plus sales of stocks, Coffeezilla establishes 3 to 4 separate instances where he makes a statement that would promote a stock's price only to start selling stocks shortly after. The thing is, it'd probably require one of these investors to sue MrBeast. And that is a pretty big reason for why these are not prosecuted that often.
Okay, all right. So is it possible, in your opinion, Bell comment, that these are calculated risks by MrBeast, knowing damn well no one's going to sue him over it? Yeah, it's illegal. If you get nailed, you just have to pay some couple fines, and he's a fucking billionaire. Or are they serious fines, like there's some, like in the tens of millions or something like that? Is it something like that? No, and I ain't getting sued for this anyway, even if I do get caught. Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're suggesting? Are these calculated risks, knowing they're unethical, but that even if the worst case scenario, it's a slap on the wrist, or it's a couple $100,000, or maybe it's a couple mil, and it's no big deal? Is that what we're talking about here? I kind of wonder. It's like I don't know, it'd be like in hockey getting, you if you're a defenseman and you get caught hooking or holding an offensive player, if you get caught, worst things happens. You get in the box, you have to get the restart and be on the power play. If the guy gets past you, it could be a goal. So you do something illegal like a hook or a push or an interference or something like that, knowing the worst case, and maybe there's always a chance a ref might miss it. Is it that calculated risk, a professional foul, as they say in soccer? Is that what we're talking about here? I do believe so.
Does agree with it.
Yeah, because it intentionally says there's probably the same. He's probably making the same decisions cautiously. Yeah, I that's the vibe I get.
Consciously.
So I'm not as dumb as everybody thought. I think I'm going this completely by feel, and that's the vibe I'm getting about. So it's not even like. It's not that big a deal what he's doing, but here's the other part. This is the part I don't get with these I can do this guys. He's Mr. fucking Beast. He's not like he's not a faceless person. I don't think you can make these calculated risks unless you're a face. But if you count on kids' money, because there is, I may tell if Mr. Beast is charged, and my son being a huge Mr. Beast fan, I'm gonna tell him, yeah, Mr. Beast was arrested, and it looks like it might be legitimate. And then I'll say, well, what did he do? He's probably going to think that he killed someone. It's like, well, he committed a money crime. And I can't go into that because it's way above his head. Why? Like, that's one father talking to his son. And then you imagine a million other fucking parents are having that same conversation, all different degrees. If that's the case, why is it worth it? I don't understand that. You're a billionaire. Or maybe it just doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, I suppose the only thing could be splashed to greed and, they're young guys and they're aggressive and you got to do it while you can do it and stay up fucking 72 hours or whatever the fuck it is that these people do. But it's just, it blows my mind. Like, look at all the other things you're doing. Keep that into consideration. Yeah. Very strange.
But it is strange because it is a bit sus because as Bell comment says again, he deployed corporate crisis management agents to handle this.
Well, the good news for Mr. Beast is if the worst case scenario has happened, it's a fucking slap on the wrist. Nothing's going to happen. Yeah. I mean, and you can thank, and I tell you, Rat Pig fuck from 505, fuck face, rat fuck jerk off, fucking helped him because he overdid the goddamn thing. So any of these things are coming after him was like, that's just somebody trying to get Mr. Beast. Good fucking job, douchebag.
Mm-hmm.
And that's because this is not, and then, so this is so wait a minute, he paid $10,000 fine and he was done. Yeah. Oh, it couldn't have been that big a deal. Then everything goes back to normal. So that, thanks to that Italian broad, the middle-aged Italian broad, pretending like she gives a fuck when she lost a game of hide and seek, for screwing this whole thing up. And if there's anything, I honestly, to me, from what I get so far, this is unethical at worst and probably young guys walking a little close to the edge, but nothing that's like that big a deal.
Don't think that Jimmy's crypto team is clueless. I think they saw an opportunity to make millions of dollars with Mr. Beast's valuable.
I don't think that guy's clueless about anything. He's not dumb, but he might be taking risks because of his age. That's the way I'm looking at it.
Brand, and they took it, and they did make millions of dollars. And along the way, they did some things that were shady. Whether or not you think they were also illegal is probably going to be shaped by our unanswered questions. And
I would love to know, would you have said illegal if you weren't in the lawsuit with Logan Paul? And by the way, I wouldn't blame you if you did. Like somebody said, you got to roll this back until the Logan Paul case is over. Because the Logan Paul case looks like something Logan knows he's going to fucking lose, but it's going to shut him up. And look, it's having the intended effect. That's what the Logan Paul case, because Logan Paul clearly ripped people off. Clearly ripped people off to me. And the Logan Paul lawsuit looks like a silencing technique that he knows he's going to lose.
Where you fill in those gaps. For example, do you think Mr. Beast knew about the selling that was going on May 12th for the super token? Why did he make that tweet? And then, do you think Mr. Beast knew about the charity auction and the selling that was happening on November 30th? And do you think Oliver Bell DM'd MrBeast and told him his crypto team would ruin his reputation? And if so, was that ignored? I hate to leave so many unanswered questions here, but I warned you, this was a complicated story. And a big part of the problem is the guy at the center of this story cannot or will not give more than a heavily lawyered statement that this statement takes zero accountability. Despite the fact MrBeast's team knew every major allegation that we're laying out here today, there is no mention of selling while MrBeast was tweeting about Super Token. There's no mention of them selling tokens a month after they partnered with a 2-month charity auction. And because of that, this statement feels very hollow. I think to MrBeast and probably to his fund, maybe this is just business, you know? They set out to make a lot of money and they made a lot of money. What's the problem, right? This is America. They might think this is the biggest MrBeast nothing burger since MrBeast Burger. But look, honestly, I'd agree with them if they had done this crypto stuff without using MrBeast's name. But they want to have their cake and eat it too. This fund trades on MrBeast's name, as we've seen. They get in pre-sales based on his name. He tweets from his public account, and they're putting his name publicly on projects' websites instead of a fund. But when things go south, suddenly, oh, MrBeast, what? No, no liability, just because he's not sitting there physically pressing the button.
I will say this, though. Worst case scenario, this isn't the worst case in the world. You know, it might be, and I don't want to say this because I'm not a big government regulation guy. It might be just a lack of regulation. It's still the Wild West. It's the internet before fucking PewDiePie said the N-word on the bridge. You know, something, it could be something like it's just not that fucking big a deal.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be such as, oh man, remember back in 2023, 2024, you could fucking do anything. You can't do that shit no more. Are we in that stage? And if that's the case, and all this stuff's going to get reined in eventually, why should I be upset at MrBeast? You know?
Yeah.
I don't think that's the way it works. Look, I want to close with the final part of this CryptoPunks podcast we showed you earlier, because in many ways, I think it's a microcosm of this story. Obviously, I have to say, I'm not making any comments or judgments about the guy who's suing me, who's also in this clip. That's just coincidence. I am only...
Maybe it isn't. You know, maybe they're a bunch of hotshot fucking guys and they're like, we can do this.
Only talking about MrBeast's reaction, because as MrBeast is talking about Gary V's great CryptoPunks call, there's a moment when the co-host says, hey, maybe instead of Gary V being a genius, maybe it's just the call itself that makes the market. And MrBeast kind of defends it. He says, no, that was in February. You know, CryptoPunks didn't pop until the summer. And, you know, I never talked about CryptoPunks until this very moment.
Can I ask you guys a question? When Gary does that call with all these billionaires and 8 months or a year later, everybody's like, Gary was right again.
Yeah.
Is it possible that he's right because of the call? Do you know what I'm saying?
I think about that a lot.
Dude, he has all these billionaire market makers in the thing. He makes the call, makes the market. By the way, you look around at all the punk owners a year later and you're like, damn, it's all the same motherfuckers that were on the call.
No, because, bro, there's 10,000 punks and there's only like 30 of us in the call. We can only own and do so much. There's still an entire market that's
but they're in there because you guys are...
gonna happen regardless.
I can tell you, I don't think why, because that was all back like...
What was Logan Paul's little crypto thing, Bob? What was it called? Animals Farm or Zoo or whatever the fuck it was? Do we know what that was?
Something along those lines.
Yeah,
I don't remember off
it'd
the
be
top of my head,
interesting
but I
if
can
this
double check.
podcast was filmed before or after that. You know, it'd be interesting because...
A Crypto Zoo.
Crypto Zoo, yeah, I knew it was something with animals. Like, after Crypto Zoo, like, I don't know why anybody would want to, like, especially MrBeast would want to get near him in the crypto space. I sound like a fucking modern asshole.
Yeah, no.
Early February.
I just know it was launched in 2021, so I don't think this podcast was from 2021 as well. But yeah,
I don't know. Let me give it a shot. This guy is like no one is better at getting back to me in a reasonable time than goddamn Coffeezilla. Let's send him a fucking mail real quick. See if we get it by the end. Why not?
Yeah. I'll make sure you don't share your Twitter.
I'm already on it, woman.
Like,
all right, Ma. I won't do it, Ma. I won't do it. I won't show my stuff. I promise. I promise. All right, here we go. Let's call.
Let me make my joke.
Yeah.
I could see you already did it.
Yeah, but I went to. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Okay.
Because I was gonna make a joke about Keaton.
Actually, you know what?
But now I won't.
Keaton. Hey. I had to tell him to knock that shit off. I was sick of it.
Huh?
Huh? Hey.
What?
He writes hey in the chat all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, you want to hear a funny Keaton story? I told him I was starting. Yeah. And he tried to, I guess his parents won't let him buy anything online. Probably a good idea, right?
Yeah.
He thought by following me on Kick would give him access to absolutely everything in the server. You gotta get a membership there to get the Kick roll. You gotta pay for the membership, however much. I don't even know how much it is. Come to think of it,
I think it's $4.95 or something.
So he started adding the Kick bot. Hey, I can't get into. I can't get. I was watching, just fucking laughing. And he writes, "Hey, Tommy?" ? Tommy. Hey, Tommy, go on the Discord. It's fucking funny. I mean, just watch it. Shit isn't happening.
No, well, he does that too. He'll be like, "Hey, Genie?" ?
And in between all that, somebody will be calling Matt a rapist for no reason. It's fucking amazing. Join the fucking Discord. Hey.
Absolutely beautiful.
It is pretty funny. God bless Keaton. It's the best thing to happen to this channel. In years. What was I? Okay. Oh yeah. I'm gonna leave him a voice message. That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
That's my plan, man. Drop one for Elon too, right?
Hell yeah.
I'm Mr. Important. I like Coffeezilla though. He's been so kind to me. And I think when I first talked to him, when I first saw, I sent him a message, and he was like, "Oh wow." He was like I was a celebrity. He's like, "Yeah, it's really great that you watch." I'm like, "Whoa, you're bigger than I am, bro." Hey, my man.
Legendary, Tommy.
Yeah. So it probably it does. It means he knew me before. Hold on a second. I want that to go through. I hope it doesn't work. No, I'm trying not to have to send this. Wait, so release to send. Okay. I don't want that to go. Fuck. Oh, cancel. All right, here we go. Hold on. Quiet, woman. Hey, Coffeezilla. I just checked out your video. And just a quick question. I know you're like a really busy guy. When you had MrBeast on the Logan Paul podcast, could you tell me when that podcast was and if it was before or after CryptoZoo? I'm just personal interest. If you could type that in real quick, that would be awesome. So, and thank you. The video is great. Well, I don't know. I don't understand any shit. You know how stupid I am. But thanks for the content, buddy. Talk to you later. Let me know. That's why I don't have any real friends. Because I can't be serious for a second. That's my problem.
DM King also commented saying that he checked the court docket in the Logan Paul lawsuit, and the jury trial is currently scheduled for October 2025.
Another year? Yeah, the thing's fucking. It's designed to drag out. You know. They're probably all calling him names behind his back too, and he's like fucking trying to bust it out. You know, like when I couldn't say anything at the time, but I was talking to Coffee about Boogie and the whole Boogie crypto scam thing, which was funny. He was telling me he told me, I was like, she's like, I just found out Logan Paul's suing me. Please don't tell anybody. And I'm like, for what? And then he went into it. I was so impressed how calm he was, how like sort of not unbothered. I wouldn't say unbothered. He was concerned in his voice, and he also had he told me that Boogie was the single most difficult person he's ever spoken to. I was like, oh, you got some of that Boogie manipulation. He's like, why does he do that? Like, because it works. That's why I'm on lolcow, so I can make like point that shit out. That's why you can't do that, because you're a nice person. I'm a horrible person that says horrible things. So when I say it, nobody pays attention. And when he goes to me, are you accusing me of faking cancer? And I'm like, yes, and like nobody blinks. Are you accusing me of lying? Yeah. So you got to be a bad person to do that. He was completely exhausted by the whole thing. It was pretty funny. So we'll see. He always gets back to me. Do we? I'm still trying to find out when that thing was. I'm actually getting tired.
Oh my goodness.
God, I gotta pee because I think I drank one too many beers. And the other thing, I could just play a thing and what have you. I think I'm gonna end it. Actually, I gotta go to the bathroom.
Well, if you need to, I can hold it on for a couple of minutes if you need.
No, I don't want to. I don't want to do that. Not a chop from the point. Like a regular extreme, yeah, it's no problem. I think we're gonna end it.
Yeah.
Well,
you got to go through stuff though.
So we might do if we get time. No, I want to go to the bathroom. I want to go to the bathroom. I want to go to bed. I think I want to go to bed. I just had this wave of tiredness come over me.
Yeah.
Look out for me and Jeannie. We may do something this weekend if Jeannie. You're not going to your boyfriend's this weekend, right?
No, I'm not.
We might. I don't know because I have to work at the house. It's really going to be up to my wife. Go over because Jeannie's a huge fan of the legendary internet podcast Drunken Peasants, and they just did a video on what's his face.
The Amazing Atheist.
Yeah, it's like an hour long. It'd be like a long stream me and Jeannie would do, and it might be. It's more because we like Drunken Peasants. I love Ben. Ben's like become a pretty good internet friend of me. So what have you? And
yeah, I'll have to. Oh, never mind. Okay, never mind. You were supposed to tell me something yesterday offline. I can't remember what it was.
I can't remember either. It was really fun.
But now really I can tell you something off air too.
It's really funny. Well, I gotta go because I gotta
just go.
No, I gotta go.
Well, actually,
go. Keep going. Keep talking now. While I'm getting this, and I go to the bathroom.
Well,
go ahead.
When I was young, I kind of had a bit of a crush on Ben.
What? Don't tell me that.
Yeah.
That makes me ill. You should have had a crush on me. That's what you should have had a crush on. He's like, I love that guy. I love that guy. He's so respectful to women, and he's so wise. It should have been me.
I didn't know about you then. And in my defense, I was like 12, 13.
Saying it doesn't make a difference. You should have been like,
when
I'm 18, I'm going to approach that wonderful man that treats women so well. And yeah, right. Mavsy, little manly, OPAG, Mrexon. One day I'm going to grow up. I'm going to be a big girl. I'm going to have ginormous tits. And then I'm going to approach my hero, Tommy C. I'm going to go to my 5'1" frame with
5'2". Thank you very much.
Tits. You know what somebody said in Kick yesterday? He said if you leaned over too far, you'd fucking roll and turn into an armadillo and roll down.
I'm fucking Lynn.
All right,
asshole.
Right down the hill. Mavsy, little manly, Oprah, Mrexon, One Family Guy, Abby Blackburn, Ashley P, William Bones, Blue Jacket, Cody Grill, Final Flash, Kinetic Kel, Ned's Quick. I'm reading fast because I'm gonna shit my pants. Not your typical mom, Panic, Fun, Reynolds Hughes, Taylor D, Tommy C. Scott, Trippy Savage, Winter Gaming, Jeannie, Picklington, and that's it. That's all the $10. And I do got to end it right here. That me and Jeannie may do like a shot from the point extra this weekend, but Monday, Wednesday, Friday is still in play. Thank you all. I probably won't be joining. I think that's why Nick and them called me for Fortnite, and because I got to get to bed. I gotta go clean the house and scrape wallpaper. Have a good one, everybody, and good night.